Hi, welcome to Mayhem News Live Wrestling Weekly. Happy Saturday to you. This will be for 8/31/2013. I'm going to start off. Got some stuff we want to cover, so I'm going to try to get started here. Trying to get this thing where it'll. Now, okay. Kharma, former WWE diva. Kharma intros a new look and a new figure at Shine 12, the internet pay-per-view event. And I've seen the pictures. She looks nice. She really does. She looks really in shape. She doesn't even look like the same person. And she come out in a new outfit, a new, totally, the Awesome Kong stuff is gone. What she was wearing in WWE, which pretty much is the same thing, is gone. So if you haven't seen the pictures, check her out, look her up. They got new pictures out. So Ted DiBiase Jr. tells the Mississippi Business Journal what he's going to be doing other than wrestling. Basically, it's going to be at collegegarage.com, basically where students can sell books, computers, and furniture, with a portion of those proceeds returning to the home college or wherever they were at when they wanted to sell. So that's a way for the colleges to make a little money and the students to get a little money too. So let's see. Former WWE diva Eve Torres will play a role in the upcoming Scorpion King 4 film. Wait, there's been 4 Scorpion King movies? Who knew? The reason why you don't know, if you don't know about them, the reason why I found out I didn't know about them is because mainly after the first one, as far as I know, I think they all went straight to DVD. So, yeah, I think maybe the second one come out on DVD, but I think all of them went straight to DVD and TV. So, so that's good for her. She's her. And there's a lot of MMA stars. There's a lot of, jiu-jitsu stars and stuff's going to be in this movie. So that's one reason why she's there. The 2K14 developer said that there were some hurdles in getting Hulk Hogan in WWE 2014. So maybe Eric Bischoff was telling the truth that Hulk Hogan doesn't have an actual contract with 2K14, that WWE just used their previous rights and everything and copyright to allow him to be in the video. They basically said if they couldn't have got Hogan, with Hogan spread all over WrestleMania history, it would have been really hard to do a WrestleMania, 30 years of WrestleMania history. So, and on that I actually agree. Okay, there's been a lot of complaints, about the AJ Lee shoot promo, and it's not actually toward AJ. A lot of people are commenting. CM Punk, several of the stars are actually commenting, off camera and out of character that, she proved herself as, one of the strongest talking divas they have. And like we said here before, we've discussed several times that there's a reason why AJ is the champ and not Caitlyn. It's because to be a champion in WWE, you pretty much have to have decent mic skills. I don't know how in the world Brock Lesnar ever became champion. I guess maybe they were forgiving back then, but she pretty much buried Total Divas and put Total Divas over in one fell swoop. And a lot of people, one article said something about when one of the great talkers, when you got somebody that knows how to talk in the ring, you don't talk. If you're one of those people out there being talked to, most of the time they don't talk, they just listen. And let's say many are saying that Natalya and the Funkadactyls actually gave AJ what I would call quiet heat. In other words, they weren't agreeing with what she was saying, but they weren't trying to interrupt her, especially trying to holler over the whole crowd, without a microphone. And which the Bellas were doing with their juvenile antics during AJ's promo. Don't bump the camera. Say hello. Now go on and watch SpongeBob.
Dada.
Go and watch SpongeBob. Thank you. Seth says hello. AJ was right. If this is the case about the Bellas, at least, it doesn't help Eva Marie, being aligned with the Bellas, that she was there right beside them. And speaking of Bellas, and speaking of Eva Marie, what is this cartoony outfit and stuff they've been letting them wear? I mean, the Bellas I'm used to, but Eva Marie, she kind of looked like she got ticked off when somebody called her, Jessica Rabbit. Well, that's what your hair looks like. WWE need to rethink, just let her go with the regular hair. She's got the red hair. That's cool. Why? I don't know. You could hit that stuff with a sledgehammer, and I don't think she had enough hairspray to choke a damn, horse. Just think about the environment, man. Anyway, most of the Totally Diaz cast are shown, what they are off camera. You see Cameron and them from the Funkadactyls. You actually get to see what they are off camera. Natalia's the same way. The Bellas aren't far from what they are on TV, on WWE TV. And it doesn't give, and if they are that shallow, it's really sad. There's many people, there's even one guy said that people like AJ, Natalya, and, the Funkadactyls would be long on TV long after the Bellas were at home living off of their boyfriend's salary. And that's kind of tense and kind of harsh, but and they wasn't saying that the Bellas, it's obvious they can wrestle. At least they can bounce off the ropes, unlike kill it. But I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna rant, so sit down, hold on, and enjoy. Okay. So after Rosa Mendez, now this is something that happened on one of their European tours. She was sent home from a WWE European tour for excessive partying. That's exactly the words that were used. Due to WWE had enough, they apparently thought that she had made up the attack from her boyfriend, the physical abuse from her boyfriend earlier, because she was drinking. Now, so apparently she entered a rehab facility, and all indications is she done this to save her job, as a diva. Now, wow, WWE, it just seems, you just seem to jump right on that, except when it comes to Jack Swagger and getting caught with marijuana, who, I'm not saying that, Rosa Mendez needs to drink too much, but what she was doing was actually legal. What Jack Swagger was doing is not legal. Not in Mississippi, I can tell you. He's lucky that where he was at, trust me, I know that county. He's lucky he didn't have the hammer dropped. And then probably the only reason he didn't get it dropped is because WWE had good lawyers. And I'm sorry, this guy comes up, and what about all the other stars who have been 90-day suspension? Randy Orton multiple times, even though you're not supposed to get 3, but there's several people say he's been done more than 3. Evan Bourne, Ricardo Rodriguez, who wasn't even doing marijuana as far as we know. Hold on just a moment. Okay, we're back now. But I just don't understand why Jack Swagger not only gets his title shot, but from what I understand, barely got a slap on the wrist. So, WWE needs to get on this, and, it's not right that, Jack Swagger gets gets treatment like he didn't do anything wrong and everybody else gets suspended. I don't care if he had a match at a pay-per-view or not. You know, Kofi Kingston and Evan Bourne were tag champions, but they sent Evan Bourne home for 90 days. You know, so I just don't understand it. I don't, you know, if we're gonna do alcohol, you know, and drug offenses, we need to treat them fairly. Everybody needs to be the same across the board. If Triple H gets a DUI, he needs to be home for 90 days. If that's the way it's going to be. Brock Lesnar is not expected on WWE TV until late December or early January 14. Play God. Can we shoot for 2015? That would be even cooler. Or 20. Oh, did I say that out loud? Sorry. There was actually going to be, or was talk of a Hell in the Cell between Punk and Lesnar, but apparently they've left that on the drawing board. They're not even thinking about it now. I don't know if it was because WWE just changed their mind, or the fact that Brock Lesnar says, I don't want to wrestle. I'm tired. I'm here. The way your face was turning red during that match, I'm surprised you didn't fall out with a stroke. Anyway, Kane tells the TNR report that he will not be running for U.S. Senate in 2014. That's the first time I've heard of it. Apparently, someone said that he was interested in running for Senate. You know, the guy's got a major college degree. He's got a major degree. Hey, all power to him. He walked into Congress. I have a feeling that people would actually listen. I'm going to pull out a chair, or I'm going to choke slam you through a table if you don't listen to me. But anyway, more TNA PR woes. They can't buy a break. I swear to God, they cannot buy a break. Apparently, Jesse Sorensen has announced, or basically revealed in an interview, that TNA did not pay his medical bills following his severe neck injury in 2012. States his mother was forced into bankruptcy. And this was per CageSideSeats.com. Now, I'm telling you, I don't know about you, but I thought that most companies like that I thought they maybe had to pay for that. I thought you had workman's comp. I'm not sure. Somebody in the business needs to get a hold of me. They need to mayhemnewslive@gmail.com and let me know. Is it different with wrestling? I know some stuck me in, you know, it's different. I don't know. But I would assuming, and, you know, it is just eating their PR. Just, you know, it's like walking in and said that somebody just threw a match into a powder keg, because the press is eating TNA up. And now here's something. Somebody made a statement that they heard that WWE is not interested in AJ Styles. Wow, Triple H, why would you not be interested in AJ Styles? Y'all have hired Kelly, but are not interested in AJ Styles? This can't be true. I'm sorry, it can't be. It just can't be true. They have to be interested in AJ Styles. The guy, you know, he's a worker, and he doesn't cause any problems. He doesn't have any kind of, as far as I know, character flaws. And I just don't. How could you not hire AJ Styles? I even be interested? Shoot, you wouldn't. If I was running WWE and they found out he was looking to leave, shoot, I'd be there. I'd send a damn limousine over there and say, you need to come talk to me. I don't know. TNA nets a 0.9 rating and a 1.243 million viewers. It's down slightly from last week, which, you know, WWE fluctuates too, but, you know. All right, TNA Impact Wrestling results. There's dissension in the ranks of the Aces and Eights. It's about damn time. As Bully patching in Tito Ortiz without a vote brings heat from Anderson and the other club members. Bully throws Devon under the bus, so to speak, basically saying he'd been carrying him for years. Went back to the thing they had before. The show starts off pretty decent. Kaz versus Hardy was action packed as usual. With, it's Jeff Hardy. You're going to see at least 2 or 3 Swanton bombs attempts, and God knows what else. He hit the twist of fate for the win. So this was a must-win night. So everybody had to win. ODB defeats Gail Kim to become the #1 contender for the knockout title. All I can say is, bam! Sorry, I like ODB. Not to mention, what you see on TV of ODB and what you see when she's not at work, I've seen her. That's a nice looking woman, I don't care. She is very nice looking, not just on TV, but she when I saw her, she was a black, wasn't it brunette or blackhead? She had black hair. Woo. Never mind. Anyway, and it's always good. We got to see Gail Kim and we got to see ODB. So, even though the match was kind of short compared to usual, hey, being able to see them on TV, hey, whatever. And they finally come up with a name. I finally figured out the name. Apparently I missed it last week. It is Extraordinary Gentleman Organization. It's Kaz, Daniels, and Rowe. Holy Sean Connery ripoff, Batman. I mean, have y'all not seen the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? I mean, okay. But go to your room now if you're going to do that. Anyway, I I'm getting where I kind of like, I've always liked Rude. And Daniels is, he needs to drop the Appletini thing. That's kind of weird. But anyway, AJ comes out to rant. AJ Styles comes out to rant. And apparently this was none of that stuff was TNA's idea. He come up with it on his own. I think it's based on the contract stuff that's been going on with him with TNA. And all right, let's see here. Let's see. AJ Styles defeat Rude. He reversed the Fisherman suplex for the win. Aries defeats Daniels with a brainbuster. And I mean, hey, it was Aries and Daniels, so Sting is going to be facing Bully next week for the title. I guess Hogan said, hey, I've got this new power now, so Sting can go for the title again, even though he was supposedly not to be able to, have a match anymore for the title. So, I don't know. We're going to move on to some SmackDown news. Not very much. I mean, there's not too much to talk about, actually. It's pretty much the same thing that happened on Raw a lot, which, we'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, Triple H takes over Miz TV. Anyway, I'm already growing tired of this storyline. As far as what it's doing for Daniel Bryan and doing for a lot of the character creation and stuff, I understand. I know that it's developing the characters, and it's allowing them to keep the Shield in a heel thing and actually push them some more. But it's interesting, it's interesting enough to attempt to make Triple H into Vince McMahon. It's not only stupid, but it's not working. Let Triple H come up with his own way to be a heel. Don't just redo what Vince has done in the past. Let him create his own approach to this heel that he is. Because that's what he did with his. He didn't come up and do exactly what his dad did with WWF. He took over and done it to what he wanted, and that's where he's got it today. So, anyway, reinvent the heel, boss, reinventing WWE and Triple H. Orton defeats The Miz, and it was actually a good match. When the Shield enters to continue beating on him, Bryan enters, ring of the chair, pretty much clears the ring, and gets. Saves The Miz. Sandow continues his losing streak with RVD picking up the win with the 5-star Spark Flash. And Ziggler versus the Shield. Deja vu. We've already seen it. Not going to talk about it too much more. Of course, obviously Ziggler loses. He also, I don't know. Heyman states that he and Axel will own CM Punk at Night of Champions. That's side point. I would just have to see. Wyatt defeats Tons of Fun. Basically giving Sweet Tea, letting him meet Sister Abigail, which apparently is what he's calling his finishing move. I don't know. I'll take care of it in a minute. Bryan defeats Ryback via DQ when Orton interferes. The Shields enter to beat down Bryan. Basically, Triple H made the Big Show sit outside, and Big Show gets in, going to interfere, stopping the beating temporarily. Triple H asks him to leave the ring or else, and of course Triple H does leave. And anyway. We're gonna go on and move on to some sponsor stuff. Remember, our shows are on Tuesdays. The wrestling broadcast covers are all in ROH. If ROH is going to get their TV act together, what I've been normally watching it on, they've been showing stuff that's already being reported. So I don't know what's going on there. Saturday, the Wrestling Weekly, TNA and SmackDown. Let's see. Zach Pack Promotions is one of our sponsors. www.zachpackpromotions.com. If you're interested in their busting for autism, www.zachpackpromotions.com/busting for autism. November 16th through the 17th. Basically, you can have stars. You can have lunch with the stars. Goldust is full up. You got Snitsy, Greg the Hammer, Valentine, Joey, and Sarvis Slaughter, Hacksaw, Jim Duggan, and Honky Tonk Man. Fighting disability slurs. I'll take care of it. Disability slurs. We're trying to stop any kind of slurs. That's what we're pushing. Throttle gave us the music you heard, New Blood. We appreciate them. Their stuff is available on iTunes. And as always, we give a shout out to Blast 52. And that's been the show for today. And I appreciate it. I'm going to let Throttle take us out today. And so I can go talk to my son about his little temper tantrum that he's throwing in the back right now. So take us out, Throttle.